Oh, hello. Good morning.
Hey guys, it's Paul again for Test Drive PH, and on this video diary, we take the BYD Atto 3 and answer the age-old question, kaya ba niyan papuntang Baguio? Thank you so much to BYD Greenfield Mandaluyong for making this review possible. I'll be leaving their contacts below, so sit back, grab some popcorn, and let's start with the video. Now our journey starts at Quezon City just outside the North Luzon Expressway with the distance to Baguio of around 260 kilometers. That shouldn't be a problem with the BYD Atto 3 having more than 400 kilometers of range on a fully charged battery. However, in this case, we start at around 69% charge left and around 320 kilometers of range. So the plan was to do a quick charge at Rosario La Union before tackling the mountain roads of Quezon.
Guys, so we're here at the North Luzon Expressway. I have the automatic cruise control or the adaptive cruise control set here, and so far it's doing a really good job. It's keeping a good distance between the cars in front of me. It's keeping to the limit speed that I set it in, and so far we have a 64% battery charge left. We have about 189 kilometers left to the next charging point. So I have an extra of around 100 kilometers. So I set this up yesterday, and I was able to charge it at the mall for about maybe 15%. We actually shot this in the morning as well. So we have an extra of about 100 kilometers before we go up to Baguio.
So after a uneventful drive from NLEX through SCTEX then TPLEX, we arrive at the fast charging station here in Rosario La Union after about 3 hours. And so here we are guys, dito tayo na sa Rosario, paakyat, malapit na ng Quezon, and dito tayo sa fast recharger ng Shell dito sa Rosario na 180 kilowatts. Okay. Sir! No, sir. Welcome to the vlog. Sir, okay. Ayan, tutulungan ni Sir tayo ng... Ano name niyo, sir? Hello. Hello, Sir Joe Marie. Ayan. So, ayan. Kabit na natin. Ito, this is my first experience ng fast recharging. Ooh, you know. So, dalawa na yung socket niya. So, guys, remember, we started with about 68% from Quezon City, and we were left with about 22%, and I was going, well, I wasn't going flat out, but definitely I wasn't slowing down. I was about averaging 100 kilometers per hour. So it says here that the remaining full time to fully charge is only about 1 hour. And then ito yung details nung sa charging details niya na, so at the moment it's delivered 1.5 kilowatt. Charging power is at 88 kilowatts. Either way, important tayo sa akin is 1 hour lang, fully charged na. While waiting for the car to charge to about 80%, here are some of my general impressions of the Atto 3. So far, yeah, the car's been, it's actually kind of like a lot of the crossovers, a lot of the sportier crossovers, like for example, the Cool Ray, the CS35, the CS55. It's really quick. I think one of the things that you just have to remember is try not to be heavy on the pedal, on the gas pedal or the electric pedal in this case. Para makatipid ka ng konti dahil ako medyo inataw ko in some parts and really lost a lot of electricity there, a lot of power there. So yeah, you have to be a little bit more conscious, I suppose. Oh yeah, a couple of differences. Number one would be the ride. The ride is way better than a lot of the cars that I've driven. It doesn't matter if it's a crossover or a big SUV. The ride of this car, the Atto 3, is pretty epic actually. And what else? The comfort, the aircon's very good. The audio system is awesome. I have yet to find something that's about a negative for it. Probably it would be the lack of the power tailgate. But they tell me that the this power tailgate is really not available for the Philippine market, so that's too bad. But so far, yeah, I think it's been good. It should be interesting how it's gonna drive through the twisties here in. We're gonna go for Canon. That's gonna go for Canon. Let's see how that goes.
So guys, if you're looking for more detailed look and comprehensive review of the Atto 3, I highly recommend that you watch another Pro Driver's video where he takes it on a tour, where he gives you all the details, all the specification. I'll be linking that on the description below. So let's get back to the video. A quick summary of our fast charging expense. We started with a 68% charge. Then we were left with a 22% battery left when we arrived at the fast charger in Rosario, La Union. It took us around 40 minutes to get to the recommended 80% charge, and at 35 pesos per kilowatt hour, we spent around 1,400 pesos, which netted us more than 50% charge or more than 300 kilometers of range. So finally, here's the answer to the question if kaya ba ng BYD Atto 3 papuntang Baguio. Well, the BYD Atto 3 can absolutely tackle the roads of Canon quite easily. The car is actually very quick, overtaking other cars on the highway or along the twisting parts of Baguio is very easy. I definitely appreciate its safety systems, especially the ADAS like the adaptive cruise control. It was so relaxing and very easy. You know, a lot of modern cars can easily go to Baguio anyway, but the BYD Atto 3 does have its edge because it's electric.
Alright guys, nakarating din. So dito tayo sa Camp John Hay. Of course, dito sa City of Pines, dito sa Baguio. And it took us about 4 to 5 hours going here. Wala naman traffic and siguro ang takbo ko nun sa expressway sa up to 100 lang naman. Pero definitely I wasn't, hindi ako nagtitipid for sure. Kaya medyo narurot ko siya ng konti, medyo napansin ko, medyo nag-drain. And then nagpa fast charging kami dun sa Rosario sa La Union. And yeah, it was pretty good. Okay yung fast charger kasi it was just 40 minutes and then I think we gained about 50%. And it cost us about 1,400, but we did gain around more than 300 kilometers na distance. So it's pretty good. So yeah, we'll be spending the night here sa Baguio and then we'll continue tomorrow. All right, guys. Welcome to the second day of this our road trip to Baguio, galing ng Manila. So we started yesterday from Quezon City here to Baguio. So I'm fairly familiar, I'm actually very familiar of this trip basically because my family actually lives here. So I have a very good, I would say a very good baseline knowledge of how a lot of this sort of trip. So the point of this trip is basically, syempre, madami nagtatanong, kaya ba niyan sa Baguio? Kaya ba niyan sa akyatan? Well, so basically the answer is absolutely. Kayang-kaya nito. Kayang-kaya nito sa highway, kayang-kaya nito sa akyatan. Absolutely no issues. And that's typical naman for a lot of the modern crossovers or most of the cars naman. There's bihira naman yung talagang hirap umakyat. Siguro pag medyo luma na. Pero definitely not this one. This has a lot of so let's talk about let's start with the power, no? So this has about 200 plus horsepower, mga 204, 205 horsepower, and then about 300 newton meters of torque, and that's plenty. That's a lot for especially for, although this is an electric car, so it's a bit heavier, pero you don't really feel that. Yung kapag inaakyat mo sa mga, yun, sa part ng, let's say, sa Canon na madami akyatan, na may turns din, tapos medyo ma-traffic pa. Although hindi naman kami fully loaded at the moment, kayang-kaya niya. No problem. No problem at all. Tapos yung hatak niya naman, since this is an electric car, syempre, um, kapag electric car, yung torque mo, immediate siya. Pero the nice thing about this, although it is an electric car, no, it doesn't, hindi siya sobra to the point na um, yung parang masyashock ka. So although this one, if you really want to push it, you can actually go take this to about 0 to about 100 kilometers for 7.3 seconds. That's really very, very quick. It rivals a lot of the, like things like the Geely Cool Ray, stuff like that. So yeah, there's plenty of power there. So right now, dito na tayo sa John Hay.
Yes, sir. Good
Morning
morning
po.
po.
Morning. Okay, let's go to handling naman. Handling, well, as long as hindi mo siya, parang sobrang bilis mo sa mga corners, it's fine eh. I've read na a lot of people say it's a bit wallowy. For me, well, it's a comfortable ride eh. So I wouldn't say naman it's wallowy eh. Kasi, no, I don't think so. I mean, siguro kapag talagang inahatak mo siya and everything, na parang inaano mo siya sa corners, pero this is a crossover eh. This is a family crossover eh. And then this is an electric car eh. So although nandun nga yung ambawa yan, yung immediate torque niya, pero no, hindi naman eh. It's okay, it's fine. Yung ride niya, yung pag-handle niya ng bumps, it's absolutely amazing dun sa lalo na kapag lubak, you know? Kapag yung ako yung pinag-ikot-ikutan ko to nung first time ko siya drive dun sa village, dun sa highway, na alam ko kung na matagtag dito sa part na to and here and there. Grabe. Sobrang smooth niya na mararamdaman mo parang yung judder, pero ang laki ng difference versus even yung bigger cars. And, I've also had this tested with other drivers, and that's what they totally agree with the ride quality that you get here. So it's ang galing talaga. And it's the same experience that I got from, for example, in BYD Dolphin eh. Kasi lupit eh. Ganda ng suspension na dun eh. And then, okay. How about okay, let's talk about yung sa safety systems naman. Let's say sa highway. Stig! yung adaptive cruise control niya sa highway was flawless for me. It was great. Yung travel namin from for example hanggang Rosario, which is mga less than 4 hours, chill lang eh. I just set the automatic cruise control, and then yung distance from ito, yung mga setup for yung ADAS niya. Wala, easy lang. Talagang in other cars that I've tested na iba, kapag pag standard cruise, usually parehas lang naman 'yan. Pero kapag ADAS, yung automatic, yung adaptive cruise control, iba-iba yung setup ng iba. Talagang merong mas magaling, mas may pangit. I'm not gonna say names pero basically, they're not all created equal. But for this BYD Atto3, ganda. Talagang swabe siya na, I'm so thankful for that kasi chill lang ako nung all the drive nung doon sa expressway sa NLEX, sa SCTEX, then sa TPLEX. Yeah, chill lang. No problems.
So guys, before we end the video, I just have this very important suggestion when you're taking an electric car to Baguio and going back to Manila, na make sure that you charge dito sa SM Baguio kasi meron sila ditong fast charging, and the nice thing, it's completely free. So I was able to charge to 100%, totally free, and that was enough to take me from Baguio to Manila with plenty of charge left.
For me, this whole experience nitong having driving an electric car, no, um, it's kind of like a ano, it's really a lifestyle that you're gonna have to choose. Eh. You're gonna have to. So, um, if you're like me now, for example, there's new technology that you wanna adapt. For example, when I was younger, I would always sort of line up. For example, there's a new gaming console. For example, the iPhone. Yung talagang ano ka, yung you wanna be the first one there because you love technology. So of course that comes at a premium, but you know if you can afford it, yeah, it's great kasi it's a different experience. Na you'll be the first, you'll be the parang first. I wouldn't say first gen, or kind of like the first group of people that get to experience it. So that's a good thing and a bad thing. So the good thing would be, well, it's exciting. Eh. It's exciting. It's fun. It's fun to be part of that. So I think that's one of the things that you have to. I sort of understood overall this whole experience is once you sort of go into the EV thing, is you're part of a group talaga kasi you have so much things that you have to consider when you get an EV. For example, syempre dapat alam mo na yung ruta mo, alam mo kung saan yung mga charging stations, alam mo na for example, ma-traffic, where do you end up? So okay, let's talk about the overall experience of the whole charging system. So this is my first time having that. So nung una, it was kind of annoying, especially if you don't have, for example, you don't have a home charger, or kapag walang malapit na mall. Meron nga sa mall, pero usually yung iba mabagal yung charger. So the tendency there is parang ang tagal mo magantay. So syempre pupunta ka pa sa mall, so it's a bit annoying. But after yun nga, after you get used to it, you'll realize na, oh hey, I could ano pala, habang nag-charge pala ako, I could walk for, I could get a lot of exercise. I could get coffee. I could finish a lot of work. So, like what I said, it's kind of like an experience, parang subculture na nga na you get to have because of this car. If you're willing to accept all those inconveniences or challenges that you're gonna get if you're driving an EV, if you want to make your driving experience more interesting than the normal thing, I think definitely an EV is fun. And ako, imagine myself in the very very near future to getting an EV. Maybe not for your primary car, but for a second or even a third car. Kasi it's interesting, you you save so much of fuel, wala kang coding. So there's a lot of advantages din dun that you get from an EV. So yun, those are my thoughts of the BYD Atto 3. It's a very good crossover car. It's the it's very very nice to be sitting in pretty much the top brand for electric vehicles at the moment. So thank you so much sa BYD Greenfield Mandaluyong, sa AC Motors for this opportunity of having driven this Atto 3 from Quezon City to Baguio, and today, and we're just gonna get some coffee, and then we'll be headed back. And so yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.